it's Carol, your spiritual wealth advisor at Wisdom Inspires You, and I just briefly want to take a moment to testify to my experience going through the 21-day obedience challenge with Janae. And it was absolutely amazing. It was a time for me to rest with God, to discover more of obedience. It was something that, of course, I know as a follower of Christ, we have to obey. Obedience is greater than sacrifice. But taking time to pause and dig into, in this particular season, the timing was perfect. What does that really mean when it says obedience is greater than sacrifice? And am I really obeying God like I think I should be? And I feel like the 21-day obedience challenge with her, it definitely blessed my soul, which allowed me to understand some things. Because when we read the Word of God, sometimes we actually read too quickly. And this was a time for me to really pause and look at scriptures that she pulls together. It's a self-paced course. We had some time together between each cycle, because I believe there are a total of 3 cycles, and each cycle was a time of reflection. What did I learn? What did I glean? And just even getting some of her insight in the coaching sessions was very helpful to me. So I kind of wrote down a few things that stood out to me about the course. Like even the question, what is a renewed mind? Like we always hear like, hey, renew your mind daily. And who knew a renewed mind is strongly associated to obedience? And that just ties back to the importance of going back to the Word of God. And I love that each day there was a practicing obedience challenge, where it's not like, okay, I'm just reading, I'm just doing the activities, but it's a set apart time for me to say, okay, God, I'm asking, what do you want me to do? So you can start establishing a habit, a daily habit of, Lord, what does my day look like? What is it that you need me to do today? And the other thing that I enjoyed was the helpful habits reflection, because we have habits that we're doing that are healthy and helpful. And just to be able to pause and say, okay, what is working for me in my walk with God, and making sure I'm sustaining that with His Spirit. And I also would just say that the reflection and the revelation that I received, it just, again, it allowed me to dig deeper and even understand, what does it even mean? What does love mean? And why we love, and why we have to operate from a place of love. And that's another thing. Who knew love is associated with obedience, right? So there's all these things that we get to learn and grow. And as a leader myself, it was just like I needed this space. You know, I teach other people about rest, and just to make sure that I'm always operating in a place from rest, and I'm always growing, because there's always more with God. My friend Tasha always tells me this 21-day obedience challenge was just amazing, okay? And again, another topic that I really enjoyed was the question, what motivates me to obey God? And what are barriers to my obedience to God? So it is a time that every person, anyone who is following Jesus, should take the 21-day obedience course, because again, it's a time of reflection. It's a time of hearing from God. It's a time of course reset if we are going down the wrong path. And if we're not, if we feel like I'm on the right path with God, but I needed more, this 21-day obedience challenge really allowed that to become our reality, and just to be reverently fearful of the Lord, because that's the beginning of wisdom. Obedience is tied into that. And to walk and follow Christ, He always said, I only do what I see my Father doing. And so this 21-day obedience challenge course really allowed me time with the Lord to just every day, hey, what are we doing today, God? What are we doing today, God? So you're going to take a lot of good notes. I highly encourage any leader, any entrepreneur to set apart time to take on the 21-day obedience challenge, because that really is our problem most of the time, obedience. We want to do what we want to do. And so I enjoyed it. I actually was able to do it again very briefly. And it was a group. So even having her community cohort was really good because you get to glean wisdom and insight from other people and what they actually obtained through the 21-day obedience challenge as well. So if you're thinking about it, just do it, because we all need more obedience in our life, because obeying the Lord is greater than sacrifice. And when you truly understand the depths of the spiritual connotations behind that word, you truly will desire to obey God and reverently fear Him. So take this course. Don't hesitate. The 21-day obedience challenge is for you.